Black and White Network fans, we are back with another video. And as you guys know, the Democrats have the majority in the House of Representatives. They have a 12-seat lead in the House. That's not a lot. It's actually 220 seats to 208. Now, the midterm elections are coming up, and the Democrats are projected to get demolished in the midterms. Critical race theory, pushing sexual ideology on children. This will be the undoing of Democrats. Now, I don't know what Democrat strategists thought this was a good idea to go after children. What was going on in the strip club in Dallas? That is a huge red flag. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Democrat voters don't like that. When you go after children, you are done. You are cooked. Now, CNN has a projection for the U.S. House of Representatives during the midterm elections, folks. And it definitely seems like there will be a red wave. Over here on Breitbart, CNN's Inten polling shows GOP will take huge House majority, best position in 8 years. And the Democrats, they did this to themselves. They did it to themselves. We know that the party is already left-leaning, but they have went so far to the left, and people are noticing. People are really noticing. Beijing Biden is destroying this country from the Oval Office, inflation, and gas prices. You know, a lot of people see that. And I was actually watching a video a few days ago where this black guy was going around and asking black people, who do they miss more? Well, I should say, do they miss Trump or are they happy with Biden? And folks, these black people were saying, well, I had a little bit more money in my pocket when Trump was in office. And not only that, they weren't really big fans of Joe Biden either. Now, I'm not saying that these people were necessarily on board with Trump, but they see the damage that's being done. Democrats are going to get demolished here. Let's read some of this. CNN senior data reporter Harry Inten said Monday on The Lead that Republicans will win a massive majority in the U.S. House of Representatives in the November midterm elections. Anchor Jake Tapper said, quote, if you're a Republican running for re-election or trying to unseat a Democrat, things are looking pretty good, right? Inten said, quote, I would say they're looking very good from the historical context. Basically, I took the best Republican positions on the generic congressional ballot at this point in the midterm cycles since 1938. That generic ballot basically is, quote, would you vote for the generic Republican or generic Democrat in your district? And guess what? Since 1938, the Republican 2-point lead on the generic congressional ballot is the best position for the Republicans at this point in any midterm cycle in over 80 years. Wow. It beats 2010 when Republicans were up a point. It beats 2014, 2002, 1998, where Democrats led by a point. And in all of those four prior examples that make this list of the top five, look at that. Who won a majority? It was the Republicans who won a majority. He added, quote, now, of course, the election is not being held tomorrow, and we'll see. Sometimes history isn't always prologue, but my estimate for the 2023 House makeup, now check this out. If the election were held today, which again, it isn't, we still have 5 months. 5 months from tomorrow, with Republicans 236 seats to 241 seats. Democrats 194 to 199. That's based off a formula of seat-to-seat race ratings from the Cook Political Report and Inside Elections. Tapper said that is a stopping, or that would be a stopping. Inten said, yes, it would. My goodness, guys. So the projections here, this is from CNN. said Republicans could probably have 241 seats and Democrats only 199. So right now, the Democrats have a 12-seat majority. Not a lot. If it goes the way that CNN is saying, the Republicans will stomp them big time and have, roughly a 40 or 50 seat majority. This is just the House. I don't know about the Senate, because technically, guys, there's actually more Republicans in the Senate than Democrats. It is actually, I believe, 50 Republicans and 48 Democrats. But there's 2 independents that actually caucus with Democrats. So therefore, tiebreaker goes to the Democrats if Kamala Harris needs to vote. But it doesn't look like that's going to last. And that's why you see Democrats are going after guns now. They're playing the race card because that's all they have to run on is the race card. They're going to make up false allegations of racism, that kind of thing. And they still want to push January 6th because they know that commission will go away as soon as the Republicans end up with the majority in the House. And so they're trying to push everything that they can about January 6th. And people, the American people, they're not buying this anymore. The American people don't care about the January 6th committee. The Democrats and the Never Trumpers are trying to keep pushing that. Kind of funny how they never investigated all of the rioting and violence and death in 2020 that was coming from the left. But they want to keep the focus on January 6th. But once the midterms come, they lose that majority, man, they can just kiss January 6th goodbye. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.